Oh, come on in, coach. Take a seat. Take a seat, coach. Wow. That game, man, that really went downhill fast, didn't it, coach? Boy, that went downhill faster than four tights in a Kia Soul. But I just got to let you know, man, I know it's really hard to fire a mentee or a friend, you may call it. But, you know, roll tide roll. That's what they say around here. Woo. I don't know what happened there, folks. I had a glitch in my giddy up, but we're gonna continue on. It's just been that kind of weekend. It's been that kind of weekend. Disastrous things have been happening. I got gremlins all over the place. But roll tide to you. Oh, roll tide to you, Alabama fans. Welcome to Iron Bowl week. And welcome to Tight Sports. This is an Alabama football megacast mostly. This Iron Bowl week, will this be a week of jubilation and triumph, or will this be a week of horrors and further catastrophes? This is the People's Crimson Tide broadcast, where we talk all things Alabama football, Alabama athletics, and all the little matters that get in our way of collecting the championship. Now, we are always in title run mode. That's how you get to 18. You got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to stay at it. And even right now, as I say some things tonight, it may tick some people off. Or you're going too far. Well, what do you really know? I don't care. I'm here to let my voice be known. Get your own voice. I log in and say thumbs up, thumb down. I don't care. I'm going to say what I got to say. So just come on in. Please tip a brother on the way in and smack that subscribe button. Just give me a tip. That's the tip cup over there. Go and hit that over there and, link up with Tight Sports. Folks, you saw it. You saw it, folks. You just saw it. What a bump on the butt that was. I mean, that was a slump, dump, dip, and hibbity hip. I'm talking this way because I really want to say other things that I don't think parents or kids want me saying, just in case it's kids listening. But I'm really not trying to dwell in this misery for very long. And really, after this week, I'll say I won't discuss it as much. We controlled our own destiny, and we blew it. The Crimson Tide blew it. My season goal was not an SEC championship. It wasn't the national championship. I know it's his first year, but in my estimation, based on what I've seen, we should be able to make the playoffs. We have officially gone from a top 4 program in college football, because, we lost against Michigan, to right now 13th or 14th officially, and probably dropping because we still got another game to play. And then by the time they put us in the great value salsa bowl, ain't no telling what we're gonna end up. Because if we can't stop the run, guess what's gonna happen in the bowl game? Oh yeah, you better hope we ain't playing like Navy or Army. That could get ugly. Now, some are talking about a conspiracy that we lost. I'm serious. It's one of the dumbest conspiracies. If you ever saw the movie JFK with the magic bullet, that this is dumber than that. Some people said, I think Alabama lost to avoid playing in Atlanta so they can go to the playoffs. That don't make no sense. Stop saying it. Now, I went to public school in Alabama. We get enough critiquing as it is. Stop this stuff. People gonna think we really crazy. I mean, all the way crazy. So it's all over. Whatever catastrophe, some of you are praying for this stuff. Just stop it. Just stop it I'm sick and freaking tired of the embarrassing performances. And that leads me to another thing. People want to get Saban down. Man, Saban ain't coming down. He ain't coming through that door. We know that. But people bother me when they say, just calm down. It's his first year. You got to remember, Nick Saban was 76 in his first year. There's a few things about that. There's something called a blue chip ratio and a blue chip rating. Blue chip ratios just means how many 3, 4, 5 stars you got on your team. When Nick Saban took over his team, does anybody out there know what the blue chip ratio was and how we were ranked as a team? The Crimson Tide had a blue chip ratio of 47.83. That means 52%, and some of that 52% who went on to play the NFL, Saban brought him in, molded him, and got 76. He was on his way. That 47.83 blue chip ratio put the Tide at 11th in the nation. When DeBoer pulled up last February, March, whatever it was, the blue chip ratio that he inherited was 76.92. 76.92, making the University of Alabama second in the nation. Not 11th, second. Now, we had a blue chip rating. That wasn't out back when Saban got there, but it is now. The blue chip rating means they look at your blue chips and how they are kind of matriculating at their college or university of choice, and they try to see how well they're doing. Well, ours was 88%. You say, well, 88%, that's a B. Oh, that's number 2 behind Ohio State, which means they expected, really, with 12-team playoffs, those in the top 8, not top 12, they expect those in the top 8 and really those in the top 5 to compete for a national championship. And we're not making the playoffs. We can go to Atlanta. We just ain't going together. And maybe it was because maybe our coaching just ain't up to blue chip rating. They're not worthy to command the attention and of this team. People out here, we dyeing our hair. We got fingernail polishes we're going to be trying out and selling. We got podcasts we doing. We got to do commercials. We got NIL deals, But sometimes you can't handle your business. Somebody need to tell you, sit down somewhere. Just sit down and get your lesson. At least that's what I tell my kids. Secondly, when Shula arrived in 2003, he went 4-9, 6-6, and then he went 10-2. Then he fell back into 6-6. Anybody want to know why that man who was 10-2, why he got fired? Then we had, think he wasn't making enough progress. That's kind of some of it, but it was the losses to Auburn. I don't know if he went 1-3 or 0-4. I'm thinking 0-4. But him losing to Auburn is what did him all the way in. The same way it did Ray Perkins. No, Bill Curry. Bill Curry had great records to me. At that time, it was like, okay, no, 0-3. They got rid of him. Thought he was a good coach. I'm saying that for Coach DeBoer because today he described the Iron Bowl as a really exciting game. He may have said other stuff somewhere, but in his press conference to start off Iron Bowl week, he described it as a really exciting game. Coach DeBoer, you ain't got to listen to me. I ain't giving you millions of dollars. You need to go talk to your sponsor. You need to talk to the sponsors that brought you to campus, brought you to Alabama, told you where your office was, told you how much you was going to be making and how much they put in. Go talk to them and tell them that this Saturday, Alabama is going to play in a really exciting game. I don't think they will utter those words. More on that later, at another time, because this is a special week. This is Iron Bowl week. DC and I are going live every day, 5 o'clock. We're going to be talking about the Iron Bowl unless fisticuffs just break out. Yes, right. You can go into fisticuffs. You can go into melees and all kind of hysteria right here virtually. You know what I'm saying? I just pop that jab out on him. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. That's why if I virtually throw that jab, I think his head going to go back. I don't know. I'm just saying. We're going to try to keep it peaceful, civil, But tomorrow at 5, we're going live. We're going live every day. It'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Alabama victory. I pray. With Saturday's reckoning trying to get behind us, the Crimson Tide is fueling the competition. And what do I mean by that? I think I mean this little tidbit I picked up today from a player at Auburn. This is what he had to say about the Crimson Tide.
How important is it to be able to contain him and not let him get the edge this Saturday?
It's going to be a real important this game. I would say, he is a good quarterback. He's fast, but, he's not faster than me. I'm pretty as that. Like, he will not get out that box this week. And that's something I'm going to have to work on all week this week at practice, and something that some of the guys are going to have to help me with.
Same thing goes along with Ryan Williams. Kind of what have you seen maybe from him, too? Would also be another freshman.
Ryan Williams is Ryan Williams. Yeah, he's electric. He's all this and that, but in my eyes, he ain't really nobody to me. Ryan Williams is himself. He ain't no big time player to me.
Oklahoma to take them on, seemingly got a level of physicality and punch them in the mouth. What's your message to this group about bringing that physicality and accepting this challenge?
I would say seeing that game, the results after that game, it just kind of just like this team is really beatable, and I was just telling the team, like, bro, y'all don't take this team as like this, that, like, they're beatable. Like, we still got something to fight for, you know what I'm saying? So, going into this game, I'm just gonna be balls to the wall every time. Cause like I said, Bama is a big rival team. Every rival team I played, I never lost to, and I will not lose to Bama while I'm here.
Now, why is this young man so confident? Maybe he's always like that. Pretty sure. He's a linebacker, hard charger. But the way he was talking, man, maybe the way we played put him on another level of confidence. With that, let me pull up some of these stats, or should I say these flaws that we did this weekend at this game. First up, Coach Womack. Coach Womack. Oh, Coach Womack, man, what was you doing, man? I sat down and I looked at the first half. The 36 defensive plays, if I'm not mistaken, played by the Alabama defense. Ten of those plays, 2 linemen had their hands in the ground, meaning they were ready to rush the line of scrimmage, control the line of scrimmage. Everybody else was kind of up guessing. Every other time, 26 times, it was 3 down linemen. We have a problem stopping the run. We've had that for a while, but it's really pronounced this year, and it's really awful this year. A 2-man line and 3 down linemen sometimes. I had a feeling you was trying to hit us up with the 3-3-5. I didn't see a 3-4-5. I saw a 3-3-5 sometimes when they got past 100 yards in the first quarter. I think we went to a 3-4-5. But let me tell you something, man. When you rush 3, you won't last in the SEC. I got that from a friend. When you rush 3, you won't last in the SEC. Don't ever forget that. Coach Kane Womack made no adjustments, especially in the red zone. No adjustments. It's the same thing. Whether they want to go that way, we're going to let them go. That's all it was. You had too much respect for their passing game, which they didn't respect that much. You cannot give nobody more respect for their passing game than they have. You can't do that. We allowed 5 for 6. 5 for 6 for third downs in the second quarter. And then went on to lose Lawson. Like in the third or the second quarter. So I know that kind of messed you up, Coach Kane, because maybe you should have a very prepared signal caller to go in at linebacker and be ready to go. Even for Saban, it never works out that way. But you had too much respect for their passing game. But with that 5 for 6 for third down, and that long drive, you know what that did? That just took the gas out of your defense. The front seven had no gas. They had no gas. And with the help of things that happened later in the third and the fourth, short fields, you had nothing. But look at these stats, man. Overall, 7 for 14. 7 for 15 on third down. That ain't the worst thing in the world, but we let too many first downs happen. They had 18. 18 of them. Could have really liked to get that under 12, to be honest. Now, here we go. Here go Travell Fitzpatrick. Well, Ty, I come in peace. That's a lie. He do not come in peace. They haven't shown a pass game all year, just some big plays here and there, never consistent, showing in the past. Now, I know our DBs were not up to snuff at the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the year. I think they got better over time, more experience with some bumps and bruises. But I'm sorry, man. You got to make Jackson Arnold put that 24 points on the board with one of these things. Not one of these things you stand on. Here we go. It's me. We still in this, brother. Caitlin got to fix this. That's disrespectful. You're a fan, but he's an Alabama fan, or she is an Alabama fan, but that's disrespectful. We can't call that man Caitlin. Come on now. Come on. We better than that, I think. Okay, what else? Now look at the rushing. Look at the rushing. 328 yards rushing. Let me break that down a little further. In the first quarter, Oklahoma rushed the ball for 109 yards. These are the netted numbers that I got off the stats, the game log later. They got 96 yards rushing in the second quarter. All in all, they rushed for 205 yards in the first half. They ain't a defense in the world going to stand up and be worth nothing that comes late. Because that was, look, for the game, let me see, what do I have here? For the game, 29 rushes, 7 yards a carry. And you worried about Jackson? Because what I'm saying is a lot of times when they had 3 people up there, if they did put 3 people with their hands in the ground, and it was 3 to 4 people hanging around, one of the guys standing up would go, 2 of the guys one of the guys with his hands in the ground would just break out like he was going into his own. I don't know if you remember. It was one time when LT Overton, who I think weighs 284 pounds, and it happens sometimes, zone blitzes, he was like, a receiver caught the ball like right next to him. He reached for him, but he was 10 yards down the road. I'm like, what is he doing down there? There was no need for him to be that. I don't like it. I know you said, they control the gaps. They don't really play gap. They control. They get to pick it. People need to be given responsibilities. Let's make it easy. Chat, if you have a chance on every play as a lineman or a linebacker to go left or right. In a split second, which way is right? But if I tell you playing to the left this time, next play you playing to the right, you got this gap or that gap, as opposed to choose the right gap. And man, these people run fast. Another thing we was doing, got all this reason they got so many yards with our defense legs men going, awful tackling in general. We were meeting rushers because people standing around and read and react. I don't know what they were waiting to react to. Them people was coming right at us with their legs. We're tackling people in plus yardage, meaning by the time somebody hit them, we were lucky if they only had 3 yards or 2 yards, because we're gonna get drugged for another 2, especially later in the game, because that's what running does. It runs you down. Going back to the chat for a minute. Miro got to not be a ball hog. I'm going to get to that. Matter of fact, I'm going to get to it right now. I'm glad you said that. Next, the offense. Oh, God. The offense. Now, before people get on my boy, Jalen, this is the voting for last year's Heisman. Jalen was the 6th. He came in 6th in Heisman voting. This is with Tommy Rees, who everybody wanted to tar and feather and run out of town on a rail last year. but he was under management of the GOAT. The GOAT made him get a little bit better. You know, held in the road, got him into the 14 playoffs, and we were gone. But we did go out in the fourth quarter was at overtime. We went a long way with the eventual national champion, Michigan. Shout out to you, Michigan. Big money. We're going to start calling them Big Money Mitch. Anyway, we went a long way with him. Some people want, you know, they want Jalen gone. Man, we should have put this dude on the bench. If he was good enough for the GOAT, he should be good enough for you. I mean, some of the things that I saw Playboy do was reprehensible, man. I mean, that hitch route, he tried to throw to Ryan. I don't know if Ryan was saying, it don't look like he was saying, like, no, don't throw the ball. There's a guy in front of me. Can't you see him? But you threw the ball anyway. And the pick six, I call both of them pick sixes. When you get an interception and you get a ball up on a defense like ours and it goes inside 20-yard line, bro, you might as well say, you threw 2 pick sixes, cuz. 2. But that one, but the guy ran it all the way in, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, he ran it all the way in, just like the one in Texas. It looked just like, man, you need to have this vision up there. You need to check him. Anyway, I'm not an expert on that. But here's what I'll say, man. Some people say you're going to the NFL. I'd caution against that. They say, you know, you did better in college than Anthony Richardson. You go to the combine and that's one team that thought Anthony Richardson should do that. I don't know if if 2 teams would take him in the first round, I wouldn't take the chance, man. I'm not saying you need to come back and play at Alabama. You need to have your parents need to have some conversation. And I'm going to get to the offensive coordinator position in a second. But your parents need to have a conversation. Are we going to do the same thing we did this year? Because I'm going to get into the play calling. I just don't see it. Here's what I do know. Spencer Rattler, who was chosen in the 5th round, day 3 of the draft, Spencer Rattler has a scintilla of the athleticism that you have, Jalen. A scintilla of the athleticism. And I'm tired of people calling you a running back, because I told people the other night, reason why you need to run a running backs take pride in using their body to cause damage, to dominate another person, shake them up a little bit, or really just to knock them out. Jalen don't want that kind of contact. He just want to run away from everybody. That's why he's not a running back. He's a quarterback with a lot of athleticism, runs well. He throws okay, decently most of the time. Not so much the other day. Spencer Rattler's arm talent, though, man. The reason he got drafted from that program at South Carolina after going to this place and this place, his decision-making skill is a little bit better. His arm talent is probably 300 times better. I don't know if he's as strong a thrower as you are. But it don't matter if you're throwing it to the wrong person. That's why he's in the NFL. Hopefully he'll get a chance to learn. I just think you need some more seasoning. It don't have to be here. You may pick up some more money and go to USC. I want you to stay. But I'm telling you right now, if I was your folks, I don't know if I'd be staying there with Slick Sheridan. Because, man, that dude be setting you up for failure. Which brings me to my next point. And go back for a second on the slides. Look at our production. Let's make it make sense, Slick. What was you doing? Don't gamble with your future, Jalen. Don't gamble with your future. Slick, what's your problem, cuz? Slick shit, what is your problem? I spoke with a gamer today. I said, hey, man, because I don't play video games. I got time for it no more. I said, can you spy a quarterback on a video game? He was like, yeah, you can spy a quarterback. You know, if you got like Alabama playing Tuskegee, you may spy. It's not going to be as effective because the level of athletes is different. You know, Tuskegee may not have too many one-star athletes, whereas Alabama has a lot. So Jalen Milroe probably on the video game can run through them. But if it's like paired up where you got Michigan playing Ohio State and you spy that quarterback, yeah, they got to find something else to do. So I said, you mean to tell me when a quarterback is being spied that there are children in the United States of America that know what to do with their quarterback. They know what offense to call when somebody's spying their quarterback. Oklahoma didn't give a dang about what we was doing down the field. They just knew they spied Jalen on the left and the right sometimes. They said, as long as he stay inside this box, we good, because that dude ain't going to come up with nothing. Let me prove it to you. I wrote them down. You want to hear it? Here it go. The first doggone drive. Here go QB draw. The second doggone, no, that's the first one. Your QB draw, QB run option. Second drive, where that QB draw, QB naked keeper, QB draw. Dig. That's where we got the field goal. It's very long, consistent. It was very, very incremental. It was a nice little drive, even though we hit a couple of snags in the road, but it was a nice 3-point drive. Then third off QB draw, fourth one, QB draw, and that's one where our running backs got 17 yards on that drive. Just then we threw a pass out of bounds. And I didn't go past the third quarter. I did the fifth drive happened right at the end of the half. QB draw for 13 yards. They're both like, yeah, go Jalen. Then was our running back play on a 1st and 20 because that QB draw came back for a holding. And then on the third quarter, we came back in there. I said, well, there was learning. There was education that took place inside. So we had a running back run for 3 yards coming out the third quarter. We had a 15-yard pass. Then we had a flanker screen for an interception, which I call it a pick six. Bro, you got to do better than that. Let's look at these numbers. Jamarion Miller, he ran the ball 12 times, averaged 3.8. Justice, 3 times for 18 yards. 3.8, Justice averaged 6. If you do the little math on that ratio portion, them guys together by themselves, they averaged about 4.1 yards a carry. Jalen Milroe, at one time, Milroe had 9 rushes and -2 yards. Why in the Hades would you continue to make this man run the ball? Or if he's keeping the ball away from the running back because he sees something or he's reading it wrong or they're faking him into something. Because I saw him pull the ball one time instead of turning the hole because he don't want no contact. What quarterback does? He went right back in and lost 5 yards. He said, I'm going to outrun them all, even though I'm on the short side of the field. If he keeps doing that slick, it's your job. Call the counters, call the dives, call the tall sweeps. But Jalen does this. He gives the ball away. Don't let him make it a decision. 15 rushes. He averaged a half a yard a rush. It's the same thing we saw at Tennessee. Except at Tennessee, you went and added about 44 throws in the mix. I still think he was injured that game, but we ain't talking about Tennessee right now. We lost that by a little bit. We got killed in this game because of the plays this man was calling. I'm going to just say this, man. Kids are figuring it out on Madden. You know, this season, every loss that Alabama's had, Slick, you have jeopardized the defense and the team's goals. You're not ready. You were a third option. I understand that. And that happens sometimes. It happened to me at a job one time. They said, oh, you will never get this position because you got to be at least 5 years before you get this position. I got the job in 9 months. Guess what happened? Disaster happened. Yeah, the disaster ensued. You need to do some, you're doing worse with Jalen than Tommy Reese, man. Don't you get it? We could go down to South Alabama, get Major Applewhite, who got fired after Saban's first year where he went 7-6, y'all. Bring him up here. He will remember the mistakes of the past. I bet you he could do better than you. Friday and Saturday, he could do better than you Saturday. You calling the plays ain't working for nobody, cuz. Nobody. Now, cause we know we're not looking to replace the board, but as OC, man, this can't stand. I want you demoted or something. You can go be, help out with the running backs, go help out with the special teams, go help out with the ice and the liniment and the ointments and stuff. But you can't be calling plays no more, man. Perhaps Jamarcus Shepard, who is the co-offensive coordinator, who's probably the person that's sitting down with you at this very moment, helping you to put the offense together. But you calling plays ain't working right, man, because you ain't spent enough time playing Madden or something. It's just not working, man. They need to switch it up. Switch it up for the Iron Bowl. See how it works. May have to get rid of both of them. Let them both go back to being position coaches. I don't even want Sharon to be nobody's. Do you? For all the people that want Ty Simpson or want this person or that person or wait to Keelan Russ, do you want Slick Sheridan calling plays for him? Because I'm like, if Ty Simpson was in the game, you're going to call a quarterback draw, you're going to do something else. That ain't Ty's game. That ain't even Keelan's game. His rushing yards are by necessity. Brother can't run, but the brother got the arm. He on the Penix tip of the game, from what I can see. Even the quarterback y'all brought up from Washington, ain't nobody trying to run that many QB draws, man, and read options and all that crazy stuff that don't work. And after the first quarter, how come you don't know it don't work? Run your running backs. But anyway, I ain't here to teach you. You need to find something else. They need to find something else for you to do. And I get a feeling you're gonna get a knock on your door. Matter of fact, what they're gonna do is get you a job offer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some down there with Texas Arlington or Bowling Green. Our Ladies of Magnificent Miracles Community College. They're gonna get you up out of there. What we got here in the doggone chat? Oh, I'm also high. So I got the boss said, dollars can't keep Bama out of the playoffs. Bama means viewers. Hey man, I want you to stop. I want you to stop right now. I don't want this team further embarrassed because if you end up playing, you're gonna be like the 11th seed, and you probably end up playing like an Indiana, or you end up playing. I'm not even gonna talk about it because it's madness. We got to figure out how to win this Saturday. Because I tell you one thing, we come out here with the QB draws. With the QB draws on, come out here with your QB draws and the QB draws and your read option, the QB keeper. And I love it when they put him like this, like they put him in shotgun and Jalen goes and takes off running. Like who don't know that's a possibility when he gets the ball? No. So no. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I cheer for it. I don't want to see it, though. I think it's going to be disaster. Travell says, it's me. Yes, they can. It wouldn't be the first time. And this ain't Saban's out. That's true. It ain't. We got a bunch of people that'll ride out and buy some T-shirts, man. But no, man. No. All we had to do was we had to stop the Vandy offense. We had 2 chances to do it. We did. They did run 4 shovel passes. We didn't stop the first one. We got the second 3, but they missed a touchdown before they missed that field goal. If you remember, they ran that Auburn play where the guy went around and everybody comes up. The safety didn't cover the man. It's still running the full route. He came up too because he's going to make a big tackle, and they threw it to him and he missed it. Oh, man, I want to see it. It's going to be the Vandy offense all over again. Woo. Spencer Ratliff was a beast, man. He never quit. He had issues. He got it together. He played 4 years. Contract. He's with the Saints now. Now we can boo against him together, especially if you are like Tampa Bay or Carolina or Atlanta. I'm a Steelers fan. But that's what we are today, man. But that's all I have for this week. Just remember to join us every day this week as we dig into this Iron Bowl madness. Alabama fans, I need you to chime in. I've been beaten up. Oh, I got beat up. Oh, I found out. I found out. People, they was nice about it. They was just ribbing me, but yeah. People been beating up on your boy pretty bad since Saturday's implosion. So click on the bell to get your notifications so you'll know when I drop another one. Like this week, we're gonna be at it all week long. And I should be having another show next week, but if it's ugly, I don't know if I'm gonna do the show next Monday. You'll see when I put it up if I want to do it or not. But click on the bell, get your notifications so you know when I drop a video or go live. And I will be here Monday at 7:30 for Around the Herd. So maybe we can talk about some basketball or something because this ain't working. So tell your friends about us. We are fast on our way to 3,000. The king of the comments, Travell, say he's gonna be here all week. I am afraid. But I stand strong, courageous. I was told one time that a strong man stand and tremble while a weak man fall by the wayside. And I am not weak. But always remember, roll, tide, roll.